The Springboro Pastors Association's 6th annual celebration of the life and words of Dr. Martin Luther King will be held on Monday, January 19th at the Springboro Performing Arts Center. Hi, I'm Maureen Russell Hodson, and this is Springboro Here and There. We are here at the Performing Arts Center with 3 members of the Pastors Association, Steve Rudisill, Palmer Jason, and Terry Carlisle. Hello, pastors. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
So here we go, 6th annual, unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Palmer, tell us how this whole thing started.
Well, it started back during the time of COVID, and one of our original founding members, Roger Hendricks, had an idea that we should still get together and celebrate the holiday. We should mark it by doing something. So he put together a short program where we were outside in the cold.
Yeah.
Right outside this building,
set
right?
up some mics, and we just did some excerpts from Dr. King's speeches, and then did some short prayers afterwards, and then got in our cars and went home.
Yeah.
And it's important to point out we're no longer outside.
We learned our lesson.
Yes.
And the event has really grown, and we'll go through it, but for you, Terry, when you see how the event has grown, how do you get the word out to people? Why do you think it's important for people to come?
We joked earlier, I'm the oldest one in any group I go to now since I'm retired. I remember Martin Luther King Jr. very well. I was in D.C. in college when he was doing marches, so all that inspired me back then, but what has carried over for me is it has to do with the word anger. We all have anger. Some of us think anger is bad, but Martin Luther King taught us how to deal with anger. Take outrage and anger and turn it into justice.
Yeah.
He could love when people weren't loving him, and that's a lesson for any church and any person. So the inspiration still continues. Martin Luther King Jr. taught us how to deal with disagreements and differences. Peace.
Which we're dealing with every day,
Yes,
right?
yes, we are. Yeah, absolutely. It's so important that we choose love over hate, as Dr. King did.
Well, walk us through, Palmer, how this program works, because it's short,
Yes.
but man, is it powerful.
Yes. So we're hoping that if people are not off, but if they're still working, they can still come during their lunch hour, because we hold it beginning at noon. We're usually out by 12:30 to 12:40. And the program is we just go up to the stage, we take some short excerpts from speeches that he gave at various different places. Sometimes it would be in preparation for a rally that they were about to go out to. Sometimes it would just be a sermon that he did at a church. So we try to cover different periods of his life. We'll do a short excerpt, and then we'll have someone come up and pray afterwards. And so the audience is just invited to take themselves back to that time. What would it have been like if you could have heard one of his speeches live?
And you have a different speeches each year,
Yes.
right?
Well, some of the speeches are the same, but it's exposing people to important parts of his message and of his life.
Yeah, I think every year I find myself loving a different speech in a different way.
Yeah.
And Palmer, you also came up with something really neat last year for the first time, where people could participate. They could take notes. And
Yes, we had this section called "Complete the Quote." So there's several famous quotes of Dr. King, but everybody doesn't know them. So we've given them kind of a word bank, and then as you listen to some of the excerpts, and as you're just familiar with things that he said, hopefully you can fill in the blank. And then at the end, we have some audience participation where they will come up and actually finish that sentence so that you can get your paperwork filled in before you leave.
And this is really a family event, because
Yes.
kids are off school. We want everyone to come to
Yes,
this, right?
yes. And we're hoping that you could bring your kids, your grandkids, just expose them to something different. Why are we off on this day?
Yeah.
What's important about it? So, and then hopefully we'll encourage you to do some further research later.
So this can be for all of you, or anyone can tackle it, but when people come in here not knowing what to expect, what do you want them to leave with? What kind of message do you want them to take with them?
well, I would hope that they'd leave inspired, that there's a better way to Terry's point, to communicate with one another, to treat one another, to fight for injustice in this world.
That was going to be my word too,
Yeah.
is inspired, but also challenged to know that you can still make a difference. That in Dr. King's short life, I mean, he was assassinated at the age of 39, and yet he accomplished so much in that short period of time that he was here. And we too can have a similar impact if we're willing to get involved.
You know, we preachers often use the term that Jesus gave his life, and he wants us to do the same thing. And Dr. King literally gave his life to make a point, and that point was love trumps hate.
It's such a simple message, but such a hard message to live.
Yeah.
So it's something we have to start every day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's certainly not
Yeah.
one the world's
Yeah.
currently endorsing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Again, if you want to be inspired, if you want to be challenged, this is a great way to kick off your new year. It is on Monday, January 19th. It is at noon right here at the Springboro Performing Arts Center, 115 Wright Station Way. And this is really kicking off the Pastors Association year too, because you have lots of things and you're very connected with the community.
Yeah, so we annually do a crosswalk where we take a cross down 741 on the Friday before Easter, just to really celebrate the reason for that season. And then we also, exciting stuff that we're partnering with the city. A lot of people come to us as pastors and say, hey, I'd like to give back, I just don't know how. And so we're designing a website where you can come and find opportunities to volunteer, whether that be at a church or a nonprofit or the schools. We're super excited about that.
We are too. We'll also have lots of resources there as well.
For sure, absolutely. That's going to be really cool.
And for more information, what's do you want people to come to you? Obviously, yes, we do want people to come to your churches to meet you, but what's a good way to find out more about the Pastors Association?
Well, you can certainly reach out to the city. You can reach out to me. I'm sure the city can give my email address out. But also, just you can come. We meet at the Gabriel House, which is right next to Terry's Church downtown, and a wonderful space and facility that serves the community. But we meet the first Wednesday of the month at 1:30. And you don't have to be a pastor. You just have to be someone who's for this city and wants to give back.
And may I say the group is growing, and because there are so many people who do want to find a way to make a difference.
Yeah.
So it's good to always be reminded of Dr. King's words and try to live them out.
Absolutely.
Every day. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We will look forward to seeing you on Monday. We hope to see you again. It is on Monday, January 19th, right here at the Springboro Performing Arts Center. Thanks so much, and we wish you all a very happy day. We hope to see you then.